Hi everyone, I am an international student who is traveling to Canada for higher education. Since we know that these days Canada has implemented a direct travel ban on India, we can travel through third country though. So it's been since 2-3 months that everybody's planning and traveling through via a third country. It is a hassle and a waste of money. I wouldn't say a waste of money because we can reach to Canada for sure, but a lot of money is being spent earlier before this complete situation. We just had to spend 1 lakh rupees to reach to Canada, but now people have to spend more than like 2 lakh rupees to reach Canada. I myself have spent 2,50,000. It's not just about money, it's also about time. So what happened with me was I figured out that I have to go for a cheaper and a route that would like help me like reach there faster. So I went through Qatar, Doha. I am still in Doha right now, quarantining. Yes, that's what happened. So Doha had lifted all its restrictions on 12th of July for everyone, but suddenly they implemented this rule saying that Indians have to quarantine even if they're fully vaccinated. Actually, you can only enter in Doha if you're fully vaccinated. And you have to quarantine for 10 days as well. Earlier, there were a lot of things that we had to do, like when we reached in Doha. Like first thing we have to do is we have to get an Ehtiraz approval. That's still there. And they have made some changes. Of course, when you are buying a quarantine package, you're paying about 95,000 rupees. And if you're not lucky enough, you are going to pay more than 1 lakh for a hotel. Yes, in Discover Qatar for 10 days only like extremely expensive hotels were available. So I don't know if it was a trick or anything. I'm not going to like guess any conspiracy theory behind all of this. But it was really unfortunate because they had opened up for Indians on 12th and they suddenly implemented all these rules and regulations, quarantine thing on like 1st or like on 31st or 30 July or 31st July. It was really unfortunate because I had already booked non-refundable flight tickets and I booked my two-day hotel also. And I had to book this hotel through Discover Qatar. I applied for Ehtiraz. I was leaving on 6th of August. And I had to take a test on 4th of August. I applied for Ehtiraz on 5th. I got my approval in 2 minutes, under 2 minutes. So that was fast, yeah. So when I reached the airport, like Hamad International Airport, I thought, okay, let's just go and get our baggage first. Then there was a counter. They led us to that counter and they checked our hotel quarantine paper, that booking paper that I had taken a printout of, luckily. So they were checking that paper. They put a stamp on that paper and we did it. So earlier the formalities were that you have to get a SIM, download an Ehtiraz app, and I'm still not sure if you have to do all of that or not, but I did not do it. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but they were not concerned about that. We just had to we just went to the immigration after the stamping of that thing, whatever, hotel quarantine. We went to the immigration, he saw my face, he scanned my face, he took my passport and scanned my face, he took that hotel quarantine stamp page, he gave me the visa. He stamped the visa on my passport, the immigration officer. While there was one friend of mine, he asked her for her credit card, that 5,000 Qatari thing. Yeah, they're checking in. And then I went forward and I collected my baggage and there was one more counter where they were giving us receipts. So I got a receipt. I got the receipt, and it was just basically there was this line going on. We had to just follow that line, and we directly went outside the airport, and we went there was a cab and hotel cab, and I feel like it was all arranged for Indians, especially who were quarantining. So we were directly taken to our hotels, respective hotels, and now this 7 more days. They took a test in the hotel itself for the first day, and I was negative. Yeah, I was cautious enough, so I was negative, and now I'm waiting to go to Canada. It's sad. First thing, because it all feels, again, I would say I don't want to pull out any conspiracy out of this, but it feels like they just want to earn money because they could not earn any money before. We are middle class people, and I literally had to take a debt to study in Canada. I had to spend 2,40,000-50,000 rupees. It's just, I mean, I never thought that I would go to this level. I thought, okay, I'll just wait it out. But the problem is that India is going to have a third wave soon. And it's not going to be good because not everybody is vaccinated in India. Because of the population, it's still we are going at a fast speed, but it's going to take time, and third wave would be dangerous. So I thought if I want to study in Canada, my classes are in person. Even the college people did not give any option if I would study online or something, and I was really tired of studying online. I studied one semester and it was pathetic. It was I had to just stay up whole night and stuff, and I thought my life should start. I was feeling stuck in India, although I was really happy with my family and stuff, but so I took this route, and I would not suggest anybody to take this route. You should really go for other routes. I know travel agents are earning a lot of money out of this. Maybe figure it out by yourself and go for the cheapest route right now. And I think Maldives is much better than any other route. I'm not sure about Mexico, because if cases rise, even they will implement a quarantine for Indians. So anyway, these days everybody's taking Maldives and Mexico route only. So I hope that Canada lifts flight ban soon, but we're not sure yet. So anyway, have a good life, everyone.